is available is no problem. 2 large puncture holes in the skull are evidence of a big fight, probably with another T-Rex, but it's not known if that battle caused his death. Got room for that, Susan?
Sure.
All right, 15 million. That's our time for now. Thanks for watching. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now. Election day, people across the state are voting in some big numbers for some big races. A busy day that could turn into a very late night.
We are your go-to place for results in the races for governor, U.S. Senate, congressional seats, and everything in between. Here in Dane County, turnout is projected to be upwards of 85%. That includes a lot of absentee ballots, some 113,000 of them as of this morning.
And of course, there are tens of thousands of people in this county who are voting in person today. In Madison, that means heading to one of more than 100 polling places. Andrew Banstra live at...
Yeah, that's exactly right. We're here live at Hegel Elementary School. I've got Eric Knepp, the chief inspector at this polling place, with me. What have you seen so far today?
It's been a really busy day here at the polls at Hegel, and a lot of voters coming through. Lines have been pretty reasonable. I think the process is rolling really smoothly. A lot of happy voters, poll workers working very hard. Absentee process has gone well.
Do you guys still have a lot of absentee ballots to process?
We actually do not. We've processed over 400 so far, and we have I think we're down to 37 at the moment.
Would you anticipate that you'll be able to get your results right to the clerk's office right away, or what might you think?
Yeah, well, the first thing is people can still come out to vote till 8 p.m. Anyone in line at 8 p.m., even if you need to register at that point, can vote today. So it'll depend a little on the lines and the process from here to the end. It's been a pretty busy day. We hope that continues. But we do anticipate getting our results in to the clerk within a reasonable short amount of time, 30 minutes or so.
We'll be bringing you live coverage from polling place sites all night long. For now, in Madison, Andrew Banstra, News 3 Now.
Andrew, thank you. Now, this election day, dozens of county clerks have reported a steady to high voter turnout at polling places across the county.
As of this afternoon, more than a quarter of Madison's pre-registered voters had cast their ballots. The Madison clerk's office said over 47,000 ballots had been counted so far, and more than 23,000 people had voted in-person absentee leading up to today.
Statewide, over 815,000 absentee ballots had been requested, and so far, more than 741,000 were returned. If you haven't already, there is still plenty of time to vote. The polls close at 8, and you can find your polling location at channel3000.com.
Voters aren't the only ones waiting for results. We have live team coverage tonight from across the state as candidates wait for the votes to be tallied. Our reporters will share live updates from the campaign headquarters of gubernatorial candidates Tony Evers and Tim Michels, and U.S. Senate candidates Ron Johnson and Mandela Barnes. We'll check in with them in just a bit. But first, let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti on the weather patio. Perfect weather for Election Day, Gary.
Yeah, it has been. No problems at all, and I think the evening will be just as nice. Let's start out by taking a look at visible cloud track. We had plenty of sunshine, filtered sunshine in most areas, but still plenty of sunshine got through the clouds, and temperatures were a little milder than yesterday. There's the live view from the WISC-TV Skycam looking out toward the west. Just a few clouds coming in from the northwest. There are some showers, even a couple of thunderstorms out to our west, but this is moving more in a northeasterly direction, and the air is pretty dry across southern Wisconsin. So you can see high-resolution radar has all the showers west of La Crosse, and I don't anticipate any of them making it into southern Wisconsin this evening. They'll stay mainly to our north and west. Low temperatures this morning, a little chilly, 34 in Madison. Most areas were in the 30s, but right now we're in the upper 40s here in Madison, but low 50s to the west. And as those clouds come in, that'll actually cause temperatures to hold steady or even rise a bit overnight. So these temperatures are close to our lows for the night, and we'll see temperatures a little bit warmer than this early tomorrow morning. By this evening, look for temperatures to drop off into the middle 40s. The skies become mostly cloudy, but again, no rain expected through the time the polls close at 8 p.m. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast that includes record warmth on Thursday and a big change for Friday.
Gary, thank you. The race for governor in Wisconsin could be down to the wire. Governor Tony Evers acknowledged that this morning.
His supporters will anxiously await the results at a watch party not far from the Capitol. Our Tahalil Moeddin is live on State Street. She will soon be able to get into the Orpheum Theater. Tahalil?
save for a sign down the block on the Orpheum Theater's marquee that's been changed to the Tony Evers campaign slogan, doing the right thing for Wisconsin. Here on State Street, the Election Day excitement for the governor has yet to take hold. There have been a few people passing by donning their I voted stickers. Tony Evers himself earlier this morning near the governor's mansion in Maple Bluff voted. There, as he's done throughout his campaign, incumbent candidate Tony Evers encouraged people to vote and protect democracy. The governor himself isn't expected to make an appearance here until much later tonight, and setup is still underway for the watch party. The event is set to kick off at 8, so we'll be here all night. But for now, reporting live, Tahlil Muhiddin, News 3 Now.
All right, Tahlil, thank you. Governor Evers' opponent made his message today largely about Wisconsin's economy.
Tim Michaels voted in Waukesha County about an hour after polls opened this morning. Tonight, though, he'll be in Milwaukee. Arman Rahman is live outside the Italian Community Center near Lake Michigan. Arman?
Yeah, guys, we're just about to head inside the Italian Community Center here in just a moment. We've seen in the last hour a bomb detection crew along with other security forces going in and out of the building as Michael's camp is getting set up for what they hope will be a victory-claiming event. Now, early this morning at about 8 o'clock, the Trump-endorsed candidate waited in line to vote in Waukesha County. Afterward, he told voters that if he wins, the first thing he'll do is put an open for business sign at the Illinois-Wisconsin border. Now, of course, time will tell if voters tonight were taken with Michael's promises to lower the state income tax, split the DNR, and change other state agencies, among other campaign promises, once those votes start being counted after 8 o'clock. And we'll be here all night here in Milwaukee. For now, live in Milwaukee, Arman Rahman, News 3 Now.
Arman, thank you. One of the other big statewide races tonight will decide who we will send to the Senate in Washington, D.C.
And Ron Johnson is aiming for his third term after wins in 2010 and 2016. The senior senators watch party up in the Fox Valley tonight. Catherine Merck is in Neenah for that. Catherine?
We're inside the Best Western here in Neenah, Wisconsin, where Ron Johnson's festivities are scheduled to take place tonight. And we actually just saw the senator this evening. He wasn't able to take questions from media, but we did hear from him earlier today while he was casting his own ballot. He told us that his supporters' big issues on their minds heading to the polls were inflation and crime. Things here in Neenah are just getting started, and people are starting to set things up. We'll continue to keep you updated from all things here on the Senate race on the GOP end this evening. Reporting live in Neenah, I'm Catherine Merck with News 3 Now.
Catherine, thank you. On the other side, Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes aiming to go from the State House to the U.S. Capitol to replace Senator Johnson.
He was down to the senator in recent polls, but supporters are confident heading into tonight. Our McKenna Alexander is live in Milwaukee, where the Barnes watch party is just now letting the media inside. McKenna?
Yeah, right now we are in Turner Hall in Milwaukee, right in the heart of downtown. We were just allowed in just a bit ago. Right now it's only press, with public being let in at 7:30, and of course polls closing at 8. And you can see here behind me, things are already being set up. We have our flags. There are Barnes posters everywhere for supporters to hold tonight, as Barnes will be joined by his family and supporters as he works to find out if he will defeat incumbent Senator Ron Johnson. Now, Barnes has already voted early, so for him, really, it's just waiting to see if he unseats Johnson tonight. But for right now, I'll send it back to the studio. Live in Milwaukee, McKenna Alexander, News 3 Now.
McKenna, thank you. Now we get to the big picture. Where and how Wisconsin's politics will impact its election results tonight.
Naomi Coles joins us from the map board, where she will be all night. Naomi, what's the first thing we should all keep in mind tonight?
Yeah, the first thing is that early results, they're likely going to favor Republicans. That's because ballot counts finish a lot sooner in rural areas like this. The counties are smaller. There's fewer ballots to count. Plus, a lot of the major cities besides Madison in Wisconsin, they are central count like Milwaukee, meaning absentee ballots are counted at a different location than polling sites. Now, the key to understanding tonight's results is to recognize where political parties have entrenched their support in Wisconsin over the last decade. What you're looking at is election results from 2020 dating back to 2012. Now, we're going to zoom in a little bit on 2012. This is Obama's last campaign. You can see he drew broad support across rural Wisconsin, across southern Wisconsin, southwestern Wisconsin. Also, margins, all of these colors are a lot lighter, meaning margins are much closer. Then comes 2016. As you can see, there's a drastic change here. Sweeping red, deep red margins for Trump as Trump flips voters all over rural Wisconsin, prompts a lot of turnout. Democrats, on the other hand, entrench their support more in the urban centers down downtown here in Dane, again, and in Milwaukee County. Then comes 2018. This is Evers' last campaign when he beat Scott Walker by just over a percentage point. There's a little bit of a difference in this map from 2 years earlier. Evers wins back some of these southern southwestern counties that Clinton lost in 2016. Now for 2020, I want to actually go back to the four-way map here. Look at these two maps. This is 2020 results. This is 2016. These maps are almost identical, meaning both candidates, Democrats, Republicans, won basically the same counties. In fact, only one county changed. So the question tonight that I'm watching for is tonight's result map going to mirror 2020, where political parties have entrenched their support. Democrats have entrenched here in Dane, Milwaukee. Republicans are entrenched across rural Wisconsin, in the Fox Valley, in Milwaukee suburbs, or is it going to match closer to 2018 when Democrat support is a little bit broader, margins are a little bit tighter? That's what we're going to be watching for all night. Coming up at 6 o'clock, I'm drilling down county by county, looking at where Republicans and Democrats have to win in order to scrape out statewide wins for Senate and governor.
Should be interesting, Naomi. Thank you. And we are just getting started. As we gear you up to keep you informed all night tonight, consider us your one-stop shop.
CBS News will have you covered right here on News 3, and we'll dip in each half hour with an update.
But the rest of the time, you can find us at channel3000.com and also our Channel 3000 app, and we'll be streaming our coverage there live starting at 7:30 and going all night long. You'll find election results, live reports, all the candidate acceptance and concession speeches, and real-time analysis from our experts. Everything you need right there in the palm of your hand, and we hope you join us there. Coming up, Gary has our latest forecast.
Plus, how tonight's election could impact the balance of power in Congress. And later, our News 3 Now live election coverage continues. We'll break down which regions in the state candidates are most after. That's coming up tonight at 6.
And the election day returns on Wall Street are positive as the Dow climbs 384 points. The NASDAQ adds 52. The S&P 500 gains 21. And we'll be right back.
Will your old roof stand up to heavy showers and storms? Don't put your home at risk. Call Erie Metal Roofing for one-day installation on the last roof you'll ever need. The Erie Metal Roofing system stands up to heavy rain, hail, high wind, even fire. On one side, you get the look of an architectural shingle, and the other side, solid steel construction. Erie is A+ rated with the BBB, more than 2,000 excellent reviews online, and there's no shortage in our supply chain, so we can turn your job around quickly. Call today for an estimate as soon as tomorrow. And don't miss this opportunity. It's our double savings sale. Double your savings from $1,000 to $2,000 off a new metal roofing system. It's so affordable. Plus, double your financing. Ask about 0% financing for 12 months. Call Erie Metal Roofing, 1-800-966-4500. That's 1-800-966-4500.
The upcoming holidays are hectic enough without having to worry about appliances breaking down. Family-owned Brothers Maine is having a Veterans Day sale featuring kitchen and laundry deals on GE appliances. The lowest prices guaranteed. Feel like family. Brothers Maine.
Wells Fargo lets you know where you stand with your FICO credit score. What if you knew where you stood with everything? Like your future in-laws.
Hope you like cats.
I hope your parents like me. They're whispering.
The kitties like her.
Can they tell I'm allergic? Tears of joy.
Welcome to the family.
Like knowing where you stand? When it comes to your credit score, you can with Wells Fargo.
National call centers. They're just not the way to go, especially now that it's time for Medicare's annual enrollment period. Because nobody knows your local hospitals, doctors, and pharmacies like your local Informed Choice Insurance agent.
Don't miss the 33rd Annual Winter Art Fair off the Square, November 12th and 13th at the Monona Terrace Convention Center. Featuring over 100 Wisconsin exhibitors with a wonderful selection of ceramics, paintings, glass art, wood, jewelry, and much more. Place your bids at our silent auction Saturday only. Children will enjoy the Young Collectors Corner. Buy local for the holidays. The Winter Art Fair off the Square. Put it on your calendar today.
Tonight at 6 o'clock, I'll be tracking all the races throughout Wisconsin, analyzing which areas Democrats and Republicans have to win to pull a statewide sweep. That's coming up tonight on News 3 Now at 6 o'clock.
News 3 Now Sports brings you the Badger Blueprint. Join us every week for an exclusive look at Wisconsin football. From the practice field to the locker room to game day previews and highlights. Badger Blueprint, Wednesdays only on News 3 Now at 10.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Regardless of what happens in the governor's race, the legislature will remain under Republican control.
But the open question tonight is by how large a margin, and are we looking at a possible supermajority? Political reporter Will Keneally has more on that possibility. Will?
So if we're looking at a veto-proof supermajority in the state legislature, it would take a very good night for Republicans to pull it off. But it's still not outside the realm of possibility. Republicans would need roughly a 7-point swing to make it happen. We're not expecting that to happen since a lot of the races in the statewide races are tied in the polls. The closest analogy would be the Tammy Baldwin race in 2018. That race was called within just minutes of the polls closing, and she ended up beating State Senator Leah Vukmir by 11 points. So Republicans would need a Tammy Baldwin win to capture that supermajority tonight. But if they pull it off, here's where their best chances are. They'd need 1 seat in the state Senate to flip, and their best shot is likely the 31st Senate District. That's up in the Eau Claire area. It's currently held by a Democrat, Jeff Smith, and before him, Kathleen Vinehout. Republicans would need about 5 assembly seats, and that would 5 assembly seats to capture that supermajority. And their best chances are with retiring Democrats. So look to seats up north in the Bayfield and Superior area, as well as the Oshkosh seat left by retiring Gordon Hintz. It's also easy to think about a veto-proof majority here as overriding Governor Evers' veto, but if Republicans have a good enough night to claim that supermajority, it likely means that Evers lost his election. So it would be a Republican majority overriding a possible Tim Michels veto.
All right, Will, thank you. And as voters head to the polls, we're taking a closer look at what's at stake.
Tonight's outcome could cause a major shift in power in Congress. Natalie Brand has more details about a potentially record-setting election.
Long lines at polling locations across the country, a sign 2022 could set a record for midterm elections turnout.
We have a lot of problems right now in the country right now, so it's very important to vote.
Bag of Doritos, $5. Let's say $5 a gallon of diesel, $5, $4 for a gallon of gas. Should we keep going?
Inflation and the economy top of mind for voters nationwide. And in the key states, that could determine the balance of power in Congress. In one of the most closely watched races, Republican Mehmet Oz and Democrat John Fetterman, battling for the open Senate seat in Pennsylvania, both cast their ballots today.
Both sides are so polarizing right now, it's hard to determine where the middle is. And it's just crazy the way things are going, the way people are at each other's throats about every little detail about everything.
Control of the U.S. Senate is still anyone's guess headed into tonight. Republicans would need to win a net of just 1 seat. Polling in the lead-up shows the U.S. House is poised to flip to GOP control. Dozens of House seats are considered competitive, with a number of Democrats vulnerable in swing districts nationwide. The final CBS News Battleground Tracker shows 6 Senate races are a toss-up.
In general, what we see is a lot of people voting. We see high turnout.
In the closest races, elections officials are advising it could take days for results to be known. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
News 3 Now has everything you need to know on this election day. Our live coverage continues tonight at 6.
And stay tuned after the 6. Our live local coverage continues here on Channel 3 and streaming on our news app at channel3000.com. Our round-the-clock coverage begins at 7:25. Another reminder, the polls close at 8, but don't worry, if you're still in line at that time, you can still cast your ballot. Gary's back with our election night forecast. Gary?
Well, looking pretty good right now. In fact, the next couple of days will be unseasonably mild. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Look for high temperatures to be well above normal, 20 to 25 degrees above normal for the next couple of days. That could set record temperatures on Thursday. Then we'll see some scattered showers and thunderstorms from Thursday afternoon west of Madison and Thursday evening everywhere as a cold front passes through. And behind that front, there is a big change. We'll see a big temperature drop on Friday. Highs highs drop back into the 30s, and they stay there for the rest of the week and through next week, when the average high temperature should be in the middle 40s. On Doppler track, you can see some showers and even a couple of thunderstorms to our west, but these are moving more in a northeasterly direction and should stay north of southern Wisconsin. 6-hour future track radar shows that. There might be a sprinkle or two, say, north and west of the Dells, but other than that, the bulk of the rain will stay up to our north. Now, on Thursday, those showers and thunderstorms will develop out to the west. There's even an outside chance of a severe thunderstorm over western Wisconsin, a marginal or level 1 risk, mainly for wind and hail. This would be Thursday evening. A little higher threat, a slight risk out to the west across parts of Minnesota and Iowa, where there could even be a couple of tornadoes. But on the other side of the storm system, winter storm watches have been issued for blizzard conditions across the Dakotas into northwestern Minnesota, where there could also be some freezing rain mixed in as well. So this is a typical fall storm. Severe weather on one side and winter weather on the other side. Future track radar, or future track map shows pretty much what we're looking at. Again, the rain staying to our north overnight, and then we'll see the clouds start to lift to the north, so some breaks in the clouds tomorrow afternoon. That'll allow those temperatures to climb into the middle 60s. And then as we head into Thursday, here comes the cold front in from the west. This is at 11 a.m. Scattered showers and a few thunderstorms developing west of Madison, snow to the north and west, and then you can see that line of showers and thunderstorms moving on through. This is at midnight, and then very quickly those storms move off to the west. At least we're not dealing with a hurricane, which Florida is under hurricane warnings, at least parts of eastern Florida for tropical storm Nicole, that could become a hurricane as it heads toward the Florida peninsula over the next couple of days. Planning your night, look for mostly cloudy skies. Should stay dry here. Temperatures dropping off into the middle to upper 40s, but these temperatures rising overnight. 49 in Verona, 49 by morning in Dalyville, and across the rest of southern Wisconsin by morning, 50 degrees in Platteville and 50 in Janesville. Look for skies to be variably cloudy for tomorrow, but it'll be unseasonably mild, the high temperature of 65. Future track precipitation from the showers and thunderstorms Thursday afternoon into Thursday evening, generally about a ½ inch to an inch west of Dane County. From Madison eastward, probably lesser amounts of rain because those storms will be weakening as they push in overnight. Then look for that big drop in temperatures. Record high of 72 on Thursday, down to 37 Friday, mid-30s for the weekend, and pretty much through most of next week. A slight chance for a flurry Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. Otherwise, it'll be dry but cold. As we check out first warn traffic right now, not seeing any issues on the Beltline. At least a little while ago there were some, but those have really cleared up. So again, if you're heading out to the polls, shouldn't be any issue there. Travel times on the Beltline, about 14 to 15 minutes either direction between University Avenue and the interstate. Heading out of Madison, 25 minutes from the Beltline to Janesville on I-3990, 16 minutes from Middleton to Sauk City on US 12, and 19 minutes downtown to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue and US 151. That's your news for you now. First warn traffic. We'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Having a roof over your head is essential. Knowing that roof will last a lifetime is priceless. So call Erie Metal Roofing for the last roof you'll ever need. Impact-resistant metal roofing with the strength of steel. Installed in as little as 1 day. And our installers are experts in their field, paying close attention to detail and performing a full job site cleanup. It's just another reason homeowners love Erie Metal Roofing.
They did a very nice job of cleaning everything up and taking everything away when they did the work.
Call now during our double savings sale for the biggest savings of the year. Double your savings from $1,000 to $2,000 off a new metal roofing system. Plus, double your financing. Ask about 0% financing for 12 months. We've helped thousands of homeowners afford a new metal roof. Just call 1-800-966-4500. That's 1-800-966-4500.
I'd like to thank our sponsor, Liberty Mutual. They customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. Contestants ready? Go! Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
The Internet of Things is evolving, creating the Internet of You. And Spectrum, America's leading internet and mobile provider, is bringing you seamless connectivity across all your devices. Introducing Spectrum One. Spectrum internet with speeds of 300 megabits, advanced Wi-Fi, and Spectrum Mobile Unlimited, all for just $49.99 a month. Call 833-673-4999. Spectrum Internet delivers speeds up to a gig with over 99.9% network reliability. Advanced Wi-Fi provides enhanced security and privacy that automatically blocks threats to protect all of your devices. And Spectrum Mobile gives you unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide 5G and the most reliable service coast to coast. Switch now. Call 833-673-4999. At Spectrum, it's not just about connecting things, it's about connecting you. Get it all with Spectrum One, Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and one line of Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for $49.99 a month. Call 833-673-4999 or visit a Spectrum store today.
Keep bragging about your buck after the hunt with wild game processing from Johnson's Sausage Shop in Ryle, Wisconsin. Friends enjoy a hunting story more over a jalapeno cheddar stick. Johnson's Sausage Shop accepts wild game 7 days a week. First bucks in are the first brats out.
Change it up and choose Dutch Boy from Menards. Get the best quality Dutch Boy paints at the best prices. Pick out the perfect color. We offer free custom color matching and tinting to create thousands of color options. And with Dutch Boy's easy opening, smooth pouring container, and no prep, no prime formula, transforming your home has never been easier. Save 11% on all Dutch Boy paints now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Welcome back, everyone. This election day, at least 12 states have activated the National Guard to provide cyber election support. A spokesperson for the Defense Department says more than 90 guardsmen were called up. They'll focus on various issues, including network assistance and protection and risk mitigation. The National Guard says it provided cyber support to 8 states during the election primaries in May and June of this year.
Candidates have made their cases. Now it's time for voters to decide which direction our country will take for the next few years. According to a CBS News poll, the top issues on voters' minds include crime, inflation, and the economy. Many voters are also concerned about abortion rights. You'll remember several states, including Wisconsin, imposed stricter abortion laws after the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. Voters are also considering more than 130 measures on the ballot, including everything from abortion rights and affordable health care to gun rights and marijuana legalization. With many races razor tight, election officials are asking for patience, saying it may take a while for all the ballots to be counted.
We'll get a final check on your forecast when we come back.
Go farther with personal checking choices. At Starion Bank, you make the decisions. Your money, your style. Apply online in just 4 minutes at starionbank.com.
Have you inspected your roof lately? Deteriorating, torn, and missing shingles are an open invitation to water damage. But it's not your fault, it's the asphalt. So call Erie Metal Roofing now. Schedule a free roof inspection. We'll identify problem areas and show you how the Erie Metal Roofing System is the last roof you'll ever need. Beautiful, insulated, stone-coated metal roofing tested to withstand 120-mile-per-hour wind, backed with a lifetime warranty. Be sure you ask about our one-day installation. And now, during our double savings sale, double your savings from $1,000 to $2,000 off a new metal roofing system. Plus, last chance to call during this program. Double your financing. Ask about 0% financing for 12 months. We've helped thousands of homeowners afford a new metal roof. Just call 1-800-966-4500. That's 1-800-966-4500.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal, come have a taste of Wisconsin.
America's Dairyland. As in real dairy. It gives Culver's fresh frozen custard its famous rich and creamy flavor. Like really rich.
So rich.
Rich and creamy.
And our cook-to-order Butterburgers?
They're topped with, you guessed it, Wisconsin cheese. But it's the smiles we put on your face with every meal made just for you.
That really makes our hearts melt.
From Wisconsin with love. Welcome to Delicious.
Don't miss the 33rd Annual Winter Art Fair off the Square, November 12th and 13th at the Monona Terrace Convention Center. Featuring over 100 Wisconsin exhibitors with a wonderful selection of ceramics, paintings, glass art, wood, jewelry, and much more. Place your bids at our silent auction Saturday only. Children will enjoy the Young Collectors Corner. Buy local for the holidays. The Winter Art Fair off the Square. Put it on your calendar today.
Hey, we're here at the local farmers market where Informed Choice Insurance Agency is offering fresh, hand-picked local Medicare. What do you mean when you say shop local for Medicare?
Your local Medicare plans have all of the bells and whistles the national TV ads promise, only better because you're working with local agents who know the doctors, specialists, and the hospital networks inside and out. You're not going to get that talking to a national call center wanting to check your zip code.
Don't be fooled by national TV hype. When it comes to your Medicare options, keep it local with Informed Choice Insurance Agency, and their services are free.
Go farther with personal checking choices at Starion Bank. Like Smart Checking, it's free when you choose e-statements. Your money, your style. Apply online in just 4 minutes at starionbank.com.
Gary has a final check of the forecast.
Boy, were the lines long when you guys went to vote?
Yeah,
I mean, it's
weather. Felt good in the sunshine.
Someone in my line said, hey, it's a good thing. It could be snowing.
Yeah, exactly. It could be, but not when temperatures are this warm. There's a live view from the Platteville Queeby Radio Skycam. You can see there are some showers to our north and west across parts of southeastern Minnesota, north and west of La Crosse, but they're heading in a northeasterly direction, and 6-hour future track radar keeps them to our north and west. We're not looking for any rain, certainly through the time the polls close at 8 o'clock, but even through about midnight tonight. Current temperatures, upper 40s here in Madison, a little cooler to the north and east, but notice to the south and west, those temperatures closer to 50, and that's because clouds are starting to move in there. Right now, 49 in Sauk City, 49 in Mount Horeb, but 46 in Deerfield and 47 degrees in Sun Prairie. Look for temperatures to hold nearly steady this evening in the middle 40s and then start rising overnight as the clouds move in.
CBS Network Election Day coverage starts in just a moment. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6.